This metaverse is going to be far more persuasive and powerful than anything else. If one central company gains control of this, they will become more powerful than any government and will be a god on earth. These are the words of Tim Sweeney, founder and CEO of Epic Games, one of the most influential proponents of the emerging metaverse. CD Projekt Red has identified Project Orion as the Cyberpunk 2077 sequel that will prove the full power and potential of the Cyberpunk universe. CD Projekt Red has partnered with Epic Games to use Unreal Engine 5 to build and develop future games, including Project Orion. Hello, my name is David Tavares. I'm an Unreal Engine 5 world builder and game designer. In this video, I will explore the possibility of Cyberpunk Orion being a metaverse game. I don't have any insider knowledge from either Epic Games or CD Projekt, so this video will be mostly speculative, with predictions based on my limited understanding of those two organizations' capabilities. While this might seem like pure conjecture, please afford me some time to make a case. Let's start with the definition of the metaverse. Matthew Ball, CEO of Affiliation and the former global head of strategy for Amazon Studios, defines the metaverse as a massively scaled and interoperable network of real-time rendered 3D virtual worlds that can be experienced synchronously and persistently by an effectively unlimited number of users with an individual sense of presence and with a continuity of data such as identity, history, entitlements, objectives, communications, and payments. Science fiction novels, from Ready Player One to Snow Crash, have depicted their own versions of a metaverse, often with dire, dystopian implications. Mike Pondsmith's Cyberpunk even touches on the topic, with the net and cyberspace. These dystopian warnings are not without merit. An unchecked metaverse could result in financial and social control falling to the hands of the greediest corporations. This is why the emerging metaverse must be a creator-driven venture. Some would-be metaverse architects bid for a walled garden model where a few corporations control the bulk of it. But with democratized technology and open source resources, this fate may be avoided. The dystopian themes of Cyberpunk parallel the real progress of technology of the current day and near future. Let's take a look at some of these democratized tools. Fortnite, Epic's online multiplayer game, has shown some resemblance to a precursor metaverse, with events such as the virtual concerts where players from around the world can log in and participate with the musical event. Epic is taking this one step further with the Unreal Editor for Fortnite. The Unreal Editor for Fortnite empowers authorized creators with the ability to make their own islands in Fortnite, effectively opening up the development of Fortnite to the broader community. The Unreal Editor for Fortnite is currently the only place the public can access the Verse programming language. Verse, as the name alludes to, is a programming language scoped to code the metaverse. Verse is simple enough for a first-time programmer to learn and is fully compatible with Unreal Engine 5. Epic Games has a roadmap for Verse API capabilities. Most AAA game needs are projected to be met at around the 2-year mark, which will be sometime in 2025 or 2026. This might be a tad too late for CDPR's Orion schedule, or it may be possible that the parallel development between Verse and Orion is a core collaboration in the partnership. To me, it looks like the timetables might be lining up just right. You might ask, how would Cyberpunk Orion even benefit from being a multiverse game? I'm glad you asked. The emerging metaverse is at a precipice of some powerful yet terrifying implications when it comes to privacy, law, and even existential thought. Cyberpunk is a narratively appropriate medium for telling relevant stories and explaining the potential dangers to our society via examples in-game. Orion can be a microcosm of the proto-metaverse with community-driven contributions. Fortnite is already running with a metaverse-adjacent model. The islands developed by the community are playable. Orion could have its own Unreal Editor for Cyberpunk, where the community can participate in the evolution, growth, and sustainability of the game. Cyberpunk fans have already shown that they are more than eager to create and expand the world by creating digital art, cosplays, music, fan films, and much more. This all ties into my next point about how this fits into the metaverse. CD Projekt Red has unveiled their franchise flywheel as part of how they will be approaching their properties in the future. This method is effectively a transmedia approach where games, books, films, and other media feed into each other's popularity and success. For example, sales and playtime of Cyberpunk 2077 were greatly boosted following the release of Studio Trigger's Cyberpunk Edgerunners on Netflix. Personally, I love this series. I was one of the many this method worked on. The Metaverse lends itself to this type of transmedia approach. While it is a popular misconception to think of the Metaverse as NFTs you access via a VR headset, the actual Metaverse will be quite far from that description. The Metaverse's 3D virtual worlds will be accessed with quite the variety of peripheral devices, well beyond VR headsets. Your desktop computer, your smartphone, your computer-integrated appliances, including your vehicle, and devices not even invented yet will be your gateway to the Metaverse. As an example, let's look at the virtual concerts Fortnite had and flip the concept on its head to a samurai featuring Johnny Silverhand's concert live at the Red Dirt Bar. In the Orion Metaverse, players could participate as virtual clubgoers from all over the world, from the comfort of their own homes or even at public venues reserved for the event. Imagine a selected individual gets pulled up on stage by Carrie Eurodyne to sing along. Then Johnny kicks them off the stage because they got too close to his guitar solo. Thousands of players could witness that and tell the story of that unique event from their own perspective. Now let's replace Samurai with a group composed of players. This Orionverse could prop up the career of a virtual band of players from across the world writing and performing their own music. The same could happen for, say, fashion shows, with in-game designers showing off their latest creations on the virtual runways of Night City. If it gets popular enough, these fits could be fabricated in real space. Cosplayers already do this, yet with a metaverse the creativity would be bi-directional, augmenting and democratizing popular trends both virtually and in reality. An expansive and elaborate creator-driven world could be the ideal setting for the next chapter in the deep narrative story in the Cyberpunk saga. The themes of oppressive corporate control, divisive gang warfare, and unethical implementations of technology such as AI would be perfect foils for the player base to unite against. The creative direction of Orion has not yet been written in stone, yet a metaverse-capable game would afford for a deliverable with a much broader scope than games of the past. In all likelihood, Orion will not be a completely metaverse game, but I hope my words have inspired some questions in your head about what Orion in the metaverse would feel like. Cyberpunk 2077's Phantom Liberty is coming out later this year, so there may be some more hints on the direction Cyberpunk will be taking in the future in that expansion. Either way, I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Do you think Orion could be an early metaverse game? This video was brief, so would you like to hear more about what I have to say on this complex issue? Please let me know in the comments.